guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell, I am in a little bit different spot than I usually am. I'm actually on the staircase, and that's just because the natural lighting was really good here, and so I decided it'd be a good place to film. So for today's video, I'm doing a natural, glowy summer look. It's been my go-to this summer. It's what I wear every single day, and it doesn't involve foundation. It barely involves anything. There's only a handful of products that are used. So the first thing I start off with is this palette that I have showed previously in my videos. This is actually the base of my whole makeup look. So I take this big fluffy brush. It's from Forever 21, I think. I think it came in a pack. And I just take this really big fluffy brush and I dip into these two and sometimes these two, and just all of them kind of, and I go and I just put this all over my cheeks. This just gives it a really bronzy feel. Makes you look really tan, but it doesn't, you know, it's not very full coverage, so if you are looking for something more full coverage, I don't suggest this look maybe, because it doesn't really cover much. It just makes you look tan, and it's very natural, and that's what I like about it. But if you don't like your skin without a lot of foundation on, then you could easily just add some foundation to this, and it fix everything that you are wanting to cover. So after I get the bronzer on, I take the lighter shades over here and just kind of go all in there, and I go down here and into my neck, just so it blends a little bit more into my neck, because this is quite dark and my neck isn't always that dark. And then I take a little bit lighter shade with the really light shade and put that all over my mouth, around my nose and everything, so it all just blends. And then a little bit of light under the eye. And now I'm gonna go in with a smaller little Morphe brush. It looks like this. It's a fluffy little brush. And I'm gonna go in with these two shades right here. And this is just for the nose. Now this isn't really contouring, but it just kind of gives the illusion that your nose is thinner than it is. And I think this is a really cool trick. I didn't always think that this would work, and then I tried it one day and I was actually shocked by how good it did work. So we're just gonna bronze that all up. That's how my skin is looking so far. No foundation on, just bronzer. And as you can tell, I do have quite a few freckles, and I get a lot more in the summer because I'm in the sun so much, so they kind of just go wild and pop. But I do like showing my freckles, so once I put the bronzer on, they do kind of get masked. So I like to take this little, oops, didn't mean to do that, this little brush from the top of my little eyebrow pomade. It just sticks right in there. So I like to take that and then dip it in these two darkest shades of the palette and just go over my freckles again, just kind of everywhere, because I do like having the freckles because it adds to the whole natural look. And I'm really just going over all my natural freckles and making them pop a little bit more. Put them on the nose. Sometimes I like to put them up here on the forehead. And you could do this with like a small defining brush, or maybe like an eyebrow brush. Just anything small and defined. Now that I have that, I look like a crazy woman, so now I'm gonna wipe all them away a little bit. I'm not going to go too hard on that. Just gonna lightly brush them away with my finger so they do stay there. So now I have my freckles back. So I am, what do I want to do next? I think I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow. And one of the biggest things about this look is I hardly do any eyeshadow at all. I actually just go back in, and normally I use this shade right here called Angle, and I just tap the little brush that I used on my nose into that shade, and I just throw it all over my lid, all the way up, just so it all blends, because I hate when my eyelids look way whiter than my face. I don't think that's a good look. So now they're blended a little bit more. Okay, next I'm gonna do eyebrows. So I always take this little, I don't know what brush it is. It's a little Morphe brush with the angled side and then the spoolie side over here. I'm gonna take my Brow pomade from Benefit, and I just dip that right in here, and I really just trace the natural shape of my brow. I don't really do a lot of carving out of it. And as you can tell, this shade is a lot darker than my hair, but when I have this bleach blonde of hair, I like to have darker eyebrows. I just like the look of that more. And I think I'd probably look like a crazy woman if I had bleach blonde eyebrows. So I'm just gonna make a little arc at the end here. And I like the boxier, more square eyebrows. As you can tell, that's a huge difference from this one. It's pretty much the same shape, except my normal eyebrows are kind of thin and they don't have a ton of hair in them, and they're not very filled out, so that's why I fill my eyebrows in. I mean, they're not horrible. I like my eyebrows, and they're bigger than a lot of people's naturally, so I do like that, except I just like filling them in too. And every part of this makeup look is so quick. I've gotten it down to an art because I do it every day, and it's gonna be so hot recently that I haven't worn foundation for probably 2 months, and I actually have been loving it. I never thought I would get to that stage, but I actually really like not wearing it now because I can go outside and not worry about what my makeup's gonna look like, and if it's gonna look cakey, and if it's gonna melt off during the heat. I don't have to worry about any of that because this makeup look just lasts as long as you want it to, and it's just so natural looking. It barely looks like you're wearing anything. Like right now, you can hardly tell that I'm wearing any face makeup anyways. So now I'm gonna go in with highlight, and I'm using this little palette. This one is the, what is this called? I don't even know what this one is. Doesn't say. But one of the Jaclyn Hill little palettes, and I'm just gonna use this white shimmery shade right there. And I'm gonna take this really, really small brush. This is smaller than most highlighting brushes, but I don't like to highlight big areas of my face. I just do little ones, and then it's more defined, and I've been liking that look better recently. So I'm gonna dip into that and go right on my nose. I always do tip of the nose highlight, always. And then I go a little bit under the eyebrows to make them look more arched. And then I'll go a little bit on the cheeks. I like blending this out a lot because it makes it look like you're very glowy and that it's just your natural glow of your skin, and I like that more than like the sharp highlight that I've done many times before. So I just blend that pretty far down just so it looks more natural, and then I always put some right here on the Cupid's bow. Let me know if you guys call it a Cupid's bow, because I've called it that for the longest time, and when I say it to people they act like I'm absolutely insane. So let me know if you guys call it that too. I've always heard it called that, so I've just called it that. Maybe I've been wrong this whole time. Then I'm gonna put some right up here so everything is glowy, and that should be it for highlight. So after highlight, I am gonna go in with eyeliner, and this is the Maybelline Eye Studio. It's like a, it's a gel eyeliner. It just comes in this little container. You can tell that I use it a lot because a lot of it is gone. And I like to do this in the waterline. I'm not going to do this at the camera. I'm actually going to look in a mirror because it might be a little creepy if I do that in the camera. Because I put it on the lower waterline, so right down here. So I make kind of a crazy face when I put it on. But I put it on with this little Morphe brush. Once again, I don't know what this is called. It came in a pack, and it's just this teeny little tipped one. I dip it in there, and then I go all along the waterline, all the way to the inner corner. I just spread it on there, and I'm gonna go do that right now, and then I'll come back. So there's one eye. You can already tell the difference in my eye shapes. It's more of like an almond shape now that the eyeliner is on, because it really just defines it and adds shape, and it adds like a sharpness to my eye that I really like. It kind of looks more put together than it does without it, and that's why I really like it. So I'm gonna dip in a little bit more and do the other eye. Okay, now both of my eyes are done, and it looks a little crazy when I only have eyeliner on, nothing else on top of that. But a big thing I've learned with eyeliner is a lot of people have trouble with it staying on throughout the day, and sometimes it gets chalky, sometimes it just completely wears off because it is in the waterline and it's constantly wet. And so what I've learned is putting a black eyeshadow on top of it makes it kind of set like a setting powder would to the face, and it makes it stay way longer than it probably would without it. And it doesn't chalk up or anything. It just adds a really nice darkness to it, and it also makes it stay way longer. So I don't really have a certain eyeshadow that I put on over it. I just grab the closest black eyeshadow that I can find. So today it was the black eyeshadow in my little Morphe palette here. So I'm gonna grab this and put it on the same little brush that I put the eyeliner on, and just scrape that on the pan, and then I'm gonna smear that right over exactly where I put the eyeliner, no further. So now that that is done, I'm gonna go right into mascara, and the mascara I'm using is the Mega Plush Volume Express from Maybelline. I love all these Maybelline mascaras because they're like $4 at the dollar store, and they work awesome. This one has a really thick brush to it. That's what that looks like. But I really like the thick brush because I feel like it adds volume and it makes them longer, and it shows that you have mascara on, which is nice because I like that. So I'm just gonna go in with that. I wanted to wear false lashes so bad, and I could get it to work about a third of the time, and the other two I couldn't figure out how to hide the band of my false lashes. And so with all that trying and all the glue I put on my eyes, my eyelashes just hated me after that, and they were short and they were broken off, and it was not a good look. So I'm really happy that they have grown back and are this long again. So that's about how much mascara I put on. Sometimes I go in and add more because I've learned that once it dries it kind of fades out a little bit, but that's it for the most part. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do this or not, but I have this big palette here from Revolution. I got it at Ulta, and I've been wanting to start wearing blush more, except I have a couple blushes, and if we're being honest, I don't like them that much. They're not pigmented enough. They don't really show up on my face at all. So I found this palette in my room that I kind of forgot that I had, and it's got 2 blush shades in it, so I'm gonna try them and see what they look like. I like that. It hasn't been working out lately, so I'm glad that I found one that I actually like. So now is the last part of this makeup routine. Like I said, it's been a very short amount of time and my face is almost complete, and I really like the look. So now that I have my bleach blonde hair, I've started to like pink lips a little bit more. Kind of gives me those Barbie vibes, and so I've been using pink lipsticks almost every day and I've really been liking it. So today I'm using the True Matte lipstick, and I'm sorry this lid is so gross, but it's in shade Easter Bunny, and it is just this hot pink lipstick. So I'm just gonna dab that on here, and then I'm gonna go in with some pink lip gloss that kind of goes with this. They match really well. It's just gonna give me a really pink lip. I don't like to smear this on like a normal lipstick because it can be chalky at times, so when I do that it gets really thick and it can get kind of gross. So I'll just go in with that much, really not very much at all. And then I'm gonna go in, and this is just from LA Colors. It's a moisturizing lip gloss, and it is like hot pink. So that is the whole makeup look. I'll let you see it up close. You still see my natural skin through there, the freckles, everything like that, and it matches my neck well because I didn't really do a lot. And I really like that part too about the no foundation, because foundation is so hard to match to your neck sometimes. And when I have my hair up, you can see like the line right here behind my ears from my foundation, and so when I just have a little bit of powder on the face, I don't get that line, which is really nice, especially since I have my hair up so much in the summer. So that's the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed it, and if you're looking to downgrade your makeup a little bit, not use so many products, and just have a fun natural summer look, then I hope you try this makeup out. It was super easy, and there's so many products that you could make this look with. It doesn't have to be like the high-end stuff like this. It could be dollar store, because half of my stuff is from the dollar store. So it doesn't take expensive products, brushes, nothing like that. And I think all of you can do it because it's really easy. So I hope that you give it a whirl and let me know what you think of it. If you like this, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe.